Hello, let's do Adventist Sudoku Day 11. If you're not sure what that is, check the link in the description for the playlist and start at video 1. In there, I explain everything that's going on. It's a great way to learn Sudoku or to just practice it and keep up with it. A little bit of fun every day leading up to Christmas. So let's do Day 11. This is called In Plain Sight. It's by Kinnison. So the rules are pretty straightforward. So we have standard 6x6 rules. Additionally, we have what's called Sudoku X. So along these diagonals, digits cannot repeat. So we treat those just like a row, column, or box. Along these diagonals, you just can't repeat digits. So those are the rules, and I'm going to get started now. You can check the description for a link to the PDF, which always has the most up-to-date list of puzzles that have been released so far, so you can try it yourself there. All right, now let's give this a try. So how do we want to get started here? So I always like to look at the diagonals, and we know we need one of each digit on it. And so we want to look at what might be restricted on these diagonals. So for example here, where can 1 go? So this one here takes it out of these two cells, and this one here sees this in the row and this in the box. And so 1 has to go in one of these two cells on the diagonal. Additionally, I'm seeing 2s on this diagonal, so it's basically the same thing. This 2 takes it out of here, this 2 takes it out of these two. So 2 is up here somewhere. Let's see, 4s maybe? So on this diagonal, where can 4 go? 4 is taken out of these two. This 4 sees this one and this one. And this 4 sees this one. So let's just double check that, make sure I did it right. This 4 sees 3 of them. It sees this one, and this one. This 4 sees 2 of them, this one and this one. So the only place for 4 on this diagonal is right here. And let's see, what else can we do with 4s? Yeah, these 4s now look up, placing a 4 here. This 2 and this 2 look up. So there is a 2 in one of these. We might as well mark that. We also have these 1s looking up, putting a 1 in one of these. Let's see. So we have a 3 in one of these two just because of this 3 here. So I am going to need a 2 on this diagonal as well. So let's look at that. So this 2 here, obviously 4 is not 2, so it's not there. This 2 here takes out of this cell and this cell. And this 2 here takes out of this cell. Now, that does limit it to 2 spots on this diagonal. But I'm not seeing immediately how to resolve that. So maybe that'll come in handy later. Alright, I must be missing something. I'm missing something trivial. Yes, indeed. So this 4 here goes over here. Oopsie. And then this 2, 5 here goes over here. And then the remaining digits down here, we have 1, 2, 4, and 5, so we need 3 and 6. And these 3s here that I had marked do look down, giving us the 6 and the 3. Okay, that's really good progress. So I need 1, 3, and 6 up here. Okay, so what did this do? We have this 4 and this 4 looking up, and this 4 looking in, so we can place this 4. Now it looks like we have all the 4s placed. So I need a 2 over here. Might as well mark that, but I don't think it does anything yet. Okay, this is a little bit harder to see what's going on, but I'm sure I'll see it at some point. So I'm wondering about restricted cells that I may not quite get. So we have 3 digits left in this row. That could be worth looking at. So I have 1, 2, I need 3, 5, and 6. Aha, so this is what I was meant to see. So this 3 here takes 3 out of this cell, and this 3 here that I've placed takes 3 out of this cell. And so the only place for 3 in this row is here, and that's going to be hopefully enlightening. Let's see. So the remaining digits here are 2, 5, and 6, and this 6 looks up. So one of these is 6. Okay. So with a 6 in one of these two spots, I can corner mark that. So 6 is in one of these two. Let's think about the 2 universes that happen there. So in one universe, the 6 is here. If that's the case, then this cell can't be a 6 because it shares a row. In the other universe, the 6 is here. In that case, this still can't be a 6 because it shares the diagonal. So in no universe can this be a 6. Another way to think about that is kind of backwards. If I put a 6 here, then there's nowhere to put 6 in this column. So this cannot be 6. This must be 5. That puts 6 and 2 and 5 and 5. That might be why there's these queens in the corners there, to sort of say, hey, look at these cells. Wasn't sure quite what those meant, but that's probably it. So now I'm just using my corner marks and all my pencilings that I said, hey, this is useful to remember for later. I'm using those now. So this diagonal needs a 6. This diagonal needs a 1, and it needs a something, a 5. That's a 1 and a 6. And we're just finishing up now. This box needs a 6. This box needs a 3. And it needs a 5. I knew this was 3 because the column was done. And this, we need a 3 and a 6. And now we're done. Solution's correct. Very nice. So that was the little tricky part there, which I'm sure you had to kind of see. So there were a few things we had to see. One was we had to get the this single 4 to start with, this hidden 4, and then we had to get this 3 down here, and this 3 down here then caused this 3, 6, 5 triple to be to place this 3 and make this a 5, 6 pair, and we had to that maybe it was just limiting 6 to these two cells that we had to see. I'm not sure exactly what the flow would have been. I'm not going to re-go over the whole puzzle, but limiting 6 to these two spots is a nice Sudoku X trick, because you can say, well, they both see, it's kind of pointing, they both see this cell, so this cell couldn't be the 6. So that's probably why these queens are there. They don't have any meaning other than that, and then we have our Santa cell of 3, which we will need for the final puzzle. And so I hope you enjoyed this. I would expect this to maybe be a bit of more of a struggle than some of these previous ones. It is a weekend puzzle, so I think that's the case with a lot of the weekend puzzles. So I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, then why not leave a like and subscribe.